Everyone, we are live, and today we're going to be continuing our playthrough of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. So, we're probably about more than halfway. I'd probably say we're about halfway through this game, maybe more than halfway. So, realistically, after we complete this planet, we've really only got like two other planets we can explore. Then we've got the final planet. Then we've really got the Star Forge. So. Maybe not halfway this part, but definitely halfway in part 10, I would say. So, yeah, let's just get straight into this. So, last part we were, obviously, we went to Kashyyyk, or as the characters in this game call the planet, Kashyyyk, which is really weird. I'm actually kind of, I'm kind of glad George Lucas changed the name of the planet to Kashyyyk rather than Kashyyyk. Oh shit, where did it get company? Hang on. Let me get this. What's that all about? Is that guy just by himself? No. We've pretty much done everything in this area, so we just need to go back. Let's give it a nice. I don't know why it's respawned all these areas back since so quick. Maybe it has. You see how powerful we are now. Absolutely wrecking these creatures. Better. So, yeah. Let's talk to Julian.
He's got something
I
on
need
your
to get up
eye.
this guy. Never mind.
Oh, I get it.
Never mind. I think we're to leave the planet before we can even have a conversation with him. Also, if you hear that sound, that breathing sound, I think that's a reference to Darth Vader. Which is kind of weird because it's, you know, it's really weird about this game as well. Kashyyyk in this game kind of does look like Dagobah a wee bit. Like, yeah, it does, like on the ground floor. So maybe that's why they put like the Darth Vader breathing in the background, because you can hear it. At least in that area. I don't think you can hear it in this area. Just I wonder if that was a reference. I wonder if that is the reference to Darth Vader or something like that. Breathing sound. It probably is. But Kashyyyk in this game, or as they call it in this game, Kashyyyk, it does look a lot like it does look a lot like Dagobah, like the ground part, obviously the tree bit don't, but this, if you put someone on this planet that never and you didn't know what this was, there's a good chance somebody that had no knowledge, had basic knowledge of the Star Wars planets, they said, "What planet is this?" And you started on the ground floor. I reckon a few people would probably say Dagobah. Because this, probably part of Dagobah actually looks like this. So what was the question we were doing anyway? I just need to update myself. You have a ton of beers to rally, sport, we'll meet you back in the screen. Alright. Right, so you're friendly. So I hope we might have to turn that to a weekly watch. So we've got a few quests to hand in. Then we're going to go back to Tatooine to meet Bastard's mother. We also need to do the other quest, which is Mission's brother in Tatooine, and that should us be done with Tatooine and Kashyyyk for the rest of the game. I don't think we ever need to go back to Kashyyyk. Then we only got Marrowing and Korriban left, and all the stuff after them. So I would say at least another 5 parts. Plus we're going to do the prison section. Katana double as well. These Wookiees are probably pissed off. Yeah, no, I won't. Hold the bit, man. So tomorrow we will be starting our new play from the channel, which is going to be Assassin's Creed or Black Flag. But we'll be continuing this playthrough at the same time. We'll be playing both this and that at the same time. And of course, still a live series is going to be turned back next week as well. So yeah, I guess we'll just upgrade heal. Sorry, Cat, if I feel like I'm catching a cold. I'm definitely catching a cold. Not fun. Catching some kind of cold. Oh, got another power? Yeah, let's do that.
What?
And you can't skip this. Bye. So, inventory, what he does. There we go. Save the game. Also, I hope everybody had a good Christmas. Just in case you didn't see Monday's stream. You did, you did. It was a bit of a shorter stream than usual. Monday was, I'll be honest. That's what I thought it was. Hey, what about this one? Use this, we can give him some more still. I trust it there, dude. Of course.
You shall fall.
Okay, hang on. Right, what do I roll then? I'm kind of skipping the dialogue of characters that don't speak English in this game. Or basic, as they call it in Star Wars universe. Because I can read that pretty fast. And if you're a slow reader, then I would just pause the stream or video, I suppose. Let's see what she's doing. There it goes. Yeah, sure, but I could post it. Actually, before we do continue any more of this game, I need a pee. So I'm back. Pretty much right now. Sorry chat if I do need to turn it a few times during the stream. I literally did do a workout. And actually work out before this and I have synthetic protein and that shit. So if I keep on needing the toilet in the stream, you know why. Okay, so there's a certain Wookiee we need to speak to. So I think it's one of these two locations. That's the exit. Yeah.
This will end in sadness. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Okay, fine. Alright, fine.
I urge you caution. This may seem like the right path to follow, but you do not.
Why
know
don't you
these
talk
people as I
instead of
do.
me? To be honest.
A painful end, but perhaps it is the right thing to do. We shall see.
What's the right thing to do? Okay. Credits, on journal. Okay, I wonder if we can go back though. If you'll be annoyed, or you'll understand. Okay. Then we'll see if we've just got anything to say. Then we'll get off this planet for good. Maybe we go back to read for missions. That should us be completely done. These two planets are good. Right? Yeah. So if we're in the first there, open. Nah. None. Okay, let's go back to the airport. Right there. Oh yeah, we did actually skip something by an accident, it's alright. Yeah, it's fine. Actually, before we do go, these two guys can kill off. I guess come on.
Got something on you? Oh, I get it.
Mate, I'm trying to mess with the body, so I'll talk to you. Yeah, we meant to skip this, but it's fine. So we did actually skip a quest by doing this. We instead of going back to that guy at first. Before we ended the quest line. You do skip a quest, but it's fine. I think you'd have to not skip the quest, you'd end up having to side with yeah, the Wookiee. Jeez, I've already forgot his name. His brother, or Sava's brother, if you said no him. And we'd probably be able to trade that other question, but... Alright. So let's talk to the companions, see if there's anything quest will trigger, and if not, it will shall continue. So we've actually already called the mission. We didn't need to talk to her.
Yeah, what do you want?
We fought against the Republic forces for some time, over the course of many battles. At the start, they were not much of a threat to speak of. But once the Jedi Revan took charge, things began to turn against us. The Republic fleets began to use more than just basic tactics. Feints, counterattacks, mass deceptions. Revan was a genius on the field. Revan abandoned worlds of their defenders so that others would be too fortified to strike, and was willing to make sacrifices in order to advance goals. And in the end, Revan proved too much for us. But it was close. So close. It looked like the entire galaxy was within our grasp. I still remember that final battle in the skies above Malachor 5. The two fleets filling the space around it, outshining the stars.
Wow.
It was not your ships, or your men, or your vaunted fight for freedom that won this, the final battle of the war. It was by the actions of one person, the Jedi Revan, that you prevailed. His strategies and tactics defeated the best of us. Even Mandalore himself was taken aback by the ferocity of his attacks, the tenacity of his defenses, and the subtleties of his plans. He fought us to a standstill, and then began pushing back. We really didn't have a chance. It was what we had wanted all along, in a way. We wanted to fight the best, in a battle that would be remembered for centuries. And we did. And Revan won. I don't hold a grudge against Revan, and neither do any of my people. It was the greatest moment of my life to be in that battle. If Revan had been a Mandalorian, Nothing in the galaxy would have stopped us. But wishing for the past to be different is useless. Better look to the future, as we should now. We'll talk more later, I think. Is there something else you...
Yep, that's right.
Your choice.
Okay, some more dialogue.
Statement.
Nah.
As you desire.
See, the only problem is we can't get further in HG's quest until we discover who we really are. Simply due to the fact, yeah, we don't have you know. Nah, that does. I don't know what that damage on attack. What we actually got? What is that crystal ruby? No, we should put this on. That lowers the damage. I don't know what's more important, damage or attack. Critical threat range. I make crits higher. To be honest, I'm not even entirely sure what's actually the best mod. We'll upgrade the things like so. Attack modifiers. Shit, this one. Attack 3. Wait, what did I put on that? Hang on. I don't know. I don't know what's more useful, attack or damage. I've already got damage 3, so yeah, we'll do that, right? And this one, attack 1 and damage 1. It's a great dragon, dude. 2 damage. Attack. For the great dragon egg is easily the best. The great dragon pearl, I should say.
Got something on your mind, do you? No, I know chances are by the time I finish, it should be enough for me to feel smart.
Yeah, he's not going to start his new dialogue until we leave the planet.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Got something on... I suppose I could whip up something, you know, not to say that you go leaping into the path of blaster fire.
Yeah, say that, you can. Did it, he's got Okay. Yeah, still doesn't have much dialogue. And nice though with Public 2 to do make the dialogue a bit better with the companion.
What is it? I have been bothered by something of late. I never told you where I came from, did I? Where I grew up as a child? I suppose I was trying to deny what I was feeling. I have been wrestling with my feelings inside, trying to come to terms with it, but I find I cannot. I must have someone to blame. Someone to blame for the destruction of my homeworld. Someone who is responsible for the death of everyone I have ever known, except those on Dantooine. Taris. It was Taris that the Sith destroyed to try to kill you and your precious Bastila. Taris, my homeworld. If it were not for you and Bastila, the Sith would have never had reason to destroy that world.
Oh, really? No.
It was your fault for being there, and your fault for rescuing Bastila. Without your intervention, the Sith would have had no cause to lay waste to my childhood. Just let me vent my anger. I hated that world. Yet everything I learned as a child, I learned there. It is as much a part of me as the air I breathe. I have this ache inside me, where all my childhood memories lay, and I find your face there with them. If it was not for you, that world would still exist. I know. I suppose I realized that. But it is so hard to lose your entire past. You would not understand. Yes. Yes, I suppose it will.
No, you would understand.
As long
When you
as we
find out who you
remain
actually
focused
really
on
is.
our task, it will. I am sorry. I will try not to distract you in the future with...
How can I help? Sorry. I'm just thinking about my mother. Should we have the opportunity, I would like to find her. It's not that I look forward to seeing her.
Yeah, we can't make any progress.
Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
So we're done with him as well. Okay. So we go back to Tatooine and do these two side quests. And I'll just be completely done with Tatooine and Kashyyyk for the rest of the game. We'll never just go back to this planet ever again after this. Then we'll we'll start working on Marwan today, which is more of a political chat and planet than a combat. Then we'll do Korriban after that. Which will be the final planet in the world we actually do stuff.
Kalonord is dead, Lord Malik. He has failed in his mission. Forgive me.
It was
The
ages
penalty
ago.
for failure is death, Admiral Kareth. But the failure was Kalos, not yours. You may rise.
Shall I hire another bounty hunter, Lord Malik?
No mere bounty hunter can stand against a Jedi. I shall not make the same mistake again. My apprentice, Darth Bandon, shall take care of our young Jedi friend.
Oh, look at that branding, so scary. Totally just kill him in like 2 seconds.
Find Bastila and bring her to me, alive if possible.
As you command, Master.
They even sound like us then. The good thing about that cutscene is it actually did skip the space battle section. Okay. Maybe they just like tailboy. Okay. So we need a mission for this planet. Really bashful. And I hope you enjoy getting used back mission because we're probably not going to use it ever again. It's just okay. Honestly, what if I did well, by the way? Security and upgrade. Okay. And computer use, I guess. Stealth is so useless in these games. To be completely honest, stealth is actually kind of useless. Stealth was useless in like old Bioware games until really like never really. Actually, stealth's never really been a useful skill in Bioware games.
Yes?
What?
Even like Mass Effect 2 and 3, which the stealth was all right in those games. But why would you go a stealth class in those games? It's very hard to say.
라치군, 무자샤판파. 나보다 니 운키 스마토마. 와나군 베스 징파마 루리라. 톡징방 노. 구야미 주스쿠나 직드나이. 이나군 마마 루리라 라치군. 슬리모파도나.
My mother was supposed to be here somewhere. Ask if they've seen her.
나보다 니 운키 스마토마. 와나군 베스 징파마 루리라. 톡징. 구야미 주스쿠나 직드나이. 이나군 마마 루리라 라치군. 슬리모파도나. 운디 활동의 지형급이.
We should try to find her. I doubt she wants to be kept waiting.
야투가 의원 김군나바 무리라 라치군.
Okay. That guy that spoke, for some reason I thought that was that other guy, because there was another species. I don't even know what they're called. I actually couldn't name that Star Wars species at the top of my head. But there was another guy like 2 Parcel when we first went to Kashmir. It was like, oh, you shouldn't kill all the Tusken Raiders. We should try and negotiate him. I thought it was just that. I thought he was going to complain about that. He was going to say, why did you kill them all? But no.
You're back! I knew you'd come through for me. I knew I could count on you. Come to Papa, you sweet simian organ. It may not look like much, but once I turn this into a bottle of Torresian ale, it'll end up being worth a fortune. Thanks, Mission. You won't regret helping me out with this.
Please, Griff, let this be the last time. No more cons, no more scams, no more schemes. That's all I ask.
Hey, sis, no need to worry about that. I've turned over a new leaf. From now on, I'm gonna stay out of trouble and do things right. And once we've cornered the market on Torresian ale, good things will be heading my way. Then I'll make it up to your Mission. Just wait, you'll see. You know, once we synthesize this and start brewing Torresian ale in mass quantities, we're gonna be looking for some investors. You give me a couple of 100 credits, and I can get you in on the ground floor. You'll get a return of, oh, at least 20 times your investment.
Really?
Hey, don't worry, you'll get your credits as soon as we start mass producing that Torresian ale. I just wanted to know if you were interested in an even bigger payoff.
Fine.
Wise move. I can see you really understand how
Right,
business
just
works.
pay you back.
Now, when you see your chance, you jump at it, huh? That's my motto. I better get started on brewing that ale. Meet me back here later, and...
We'll see. I'm pretty sure it does pay you. It does actually legit, but it's only 200 credits if it doesn't pay me back. Who's this?
Ikukulo no ba mulira chikun. Takom justach miki grabalmo. Ronda di hotonga ku achuta.
Okay. Just says to see Hudson on cut. So we're going to ban him next anyway, actually. So it's Canty. Which is there. Hurry up.
What can I do?
That was a big improvement they made in the second game, where sometimes the companions just glitch out and they don't follow you properly.
There?
I'm sorry, do I know you?
I'm here, Mother. But don't you recognize me?
What do you expect when I haven't so much as had a picture of you since you left? Do you know how long I've been trying to find you?
You knew as well as I communication would be impossible once I joined the Order. Now what is this about? Where's Father?
Then you haven't heard. I should have known.
Has something happened to him? Are you going to tell me or not?
Your father is dead, Bastila. That is part of the reason why I was looking for you.
Dead? What happened? What did you do to him?
Isn't this a lovely reunion? Already she's flinging insults at me. Tell me, you're one of her friends. Do you treat your mother this way? Is that so? Well, I'll be joining her soon enough, I suppose.
I was told you were sick. Are you actually dying, or is this merely melodrama for my benefit?
Such sweet things, you say. Perhaps I should tell you everything first before we start arguing again.
You could start by telling me what you got Father into that killed him.
I hadn't realized Jedi was so spiteful. You want me to tell you I brought your father here for an expedition, do you? You want to blame me for his death? You never accepted that your father loved going on his treasure hunts, leaving you alone with me. I was always to blame for everything. What else is new? So yes, fine. I brought your father here to look for great dragon pearls. He took an expedition into the Tatooine desert, and he died.
How can you be sure of that? Father is an experienced...
Do you think I would look for you if I wasn't sure? They were attacked by a great dragon, and one of the guides fled the battle. He saw your father killed.
I see. So what do you want from me? Credits?
Don't be insulting. I want you to use those senses of yours. I want you to find him. I want you to bring back his holocron.
Why? So you can sell it?
Is it too much to ask that I have something to remember your father by? Of course it is, isn't it? You couldn't be bothered.
We're very busy on a mission from the Jedi Council. I doubt I'll have the time. Ask my companions if you doubt me.
As my daughter is quick to point out, I haven't the coin to hire another expedition. Nor am I the adventurer my husband was.
What remains would there be? Great dragons are huge predators, easily able to devour a human, and the desert is a harsh environment. Finding my father's remains would be an even more impossible task than finding his holocron. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with what she's asking. Are you actually sick, Mother?
What difference does it make to you? None, I'm sure. Just find your father's holocron, and you won't have to worry about me again either way.
That's the kind of response I would expect. Very well. We'll look for the holocron if we have time. I can't promise any more than that.
I believe your father was headed north towards the Sand People Enclave. I would check along that route.
Okay. Excuse me. I seem to be catching it. Oh. Alright, so we'll try and look for this hologram.
Oh, it's you again. I'll just let you pass. The boys in the office may need authorization and triplicate, but not me. Good hunting out there.
Alright, we may as well save the game, because we're probably going to constantly get attacked. Even though we've killed our leader.
I'm here.
Do we have 4 speeding in these characters? Basic, it's better than none. Actually,
Yeah?
same up sometimes.
Sure.
What can I do?
That's kind of weird, it looks like. But I don't actually know there's one location of this hologram. That is near the Sand People's Enclave, I think. Which should be down here. Like, the bodies are still there. Oh my god, who are we waiting on?
Huh?
Why are you not moving? The second game did fix that issue where you can actually exit the area like waiting on slow asking time. Or in this case, the main character. What's that, the territory you see then? It doesn't really make sense why it would be here though, wouldn't it be like where the Great Dragon stuff would be? I know, does it give a hint where? So it's actually new. Why did they say the Sand People's Enclave if it's near where the Great Dragon was? So the Great Dragon was over here actually. check this real quick. Scrap. All right. What? Maybe it's where the actual great dragon lives. That would make sense, though, because we should. If that was the case, then we should have picked up the loot the other time we were there. Nope. Nope. Hologram there. No, no. That not the question, not update when I picked that up. So how do we use them? One by signs everybody, it's so much. I wonder if that is it. Oh, come on, man. Great. Of course it decided to spawn them in. That was kind of why I didn't want to go here. Yeah, great. Well, we're gonna be forced to fight them. I was kind of hoping we would get to the, the end of the Marwin planet before we had to fight Darth Brandon. But, whatever. It's gonna be easy anyway. Unless we could just,
At last, my search is over. I was beginning to fear someone else had killed you and deprived me of the pleasure you may have defeated the pathetic bounty hunter my master sent after you. But you are no match for me. I have studied at the foot of the Dark Lord himself.
No, really.
Your words mean nothing to me, unless you wish to beg for your life. No? Then I shall try to make this both quick and painful.
I'm not sure what it was. Yeah, let's get rid of this shit yet, right? This is stuff. Or maybe not, maybe just stop me.
Yes?
Credits, I'll play that though. You know, if I had if my strength was a wee bit higher, if I had the strength of like 30 or something like that, you can pretty much one tap him. The Fury. Yeah. Let's see. Plus, we do need to upgrade the lightsaber attacks, actually. That's just one hand, ain't it? So 2 hand specials is maxed out. Okay, powers. No point in operating full speed. Yeah, hopefully that does not trigger the prison section when we leave this planet. Because of that quest. Assumptions on the level this time. Nice.
What can I do?
Alright. Yeah, I was kind of hoping not to fight Darth Rannon there. I was kind of waiting until I was kind of hoping we would do the Mara, get to the end of Mara before we fought him, but because I don't want to be honest. I don't think Mara's in the prison sections. Because if killing Darth Rannon there causes the prison section to get triggered, and when we go to the next planet, it just means at the end of the game we'll just have to kill Basso.
Huh?
Yes?
Unfortunately. That's what happens when you do side content now. But I don't know if this prison section will trigger. Maybe it won't trigger until we complete 3 planets.
Back already?
I have the holocron, Mother. I'm just not sure I want to give it to you.
And why not? Would you deny me even that?
I've never denied you anything, Mother. You may think I don't remember what it was like before I left for the Order, but I do. You were the one who pushed Father to go on one treasure hunt after the other. You loved living in wealth. You think I don't remember the fights? You were eager to send me to the Jedi even though I didn't want to go. You took Father away from me. And now this holocron is all I have of him.
Fool girl. You have a strange way of remembering things. That wasn't...
No, I don't wish to argue with you anymore, Mother. It's time we parted ways now, for both our benefit. You don't know her. My mother is notoriously deceptive when she wants something. Why should she have the holocron?
Is it too difficult to believe that I am a dying woman who simply wishes to see her husband one last time?
I find it difficult to believe anything you say, Mother. You're right. It shames me, but I find it difficult to let go of the past. I'm sorry, Mother.
I was hard on you, dear. I wasn't a very good mother to you. I know that. Your father loved you so. He wanted you to be just like him. He wanted to take you on his hunts, but I said they were too dangerous. I always tried to keep him from the dangerous ones, but he would have none of it. It was a reckless life we led. Always moving. I didn't want that for you.
So that's why you gave me to the Order?
What do your father and I have to show for all those years of hunting? Nothing. That was no life for anyone. Especially not someone as gifted as you, your father. He spent all his last years trying to pay for my treatments. That's why he went for the pearls. I begged him not to, but...
Your treatments?
I'm dying, Bastila. I did not lie about that. It's been a long time in the coming, and there's really nothing that can be done anymore. I told your father to let me go, but you know how he was. Stubborn, like you.
I'm so sorry, Mother. I don't know what to say.
Keep the holocron, Bastila. It would do me good to know you have it. This talking to you. This is what I really needed before
I know. Thank you. I'm glad we talked too.
Well, now. You said you had important business. And you were never one to mince words. You there. You take care of my daughter, you hear me? That's good. I'll feel a lot better knowing there's someone to watch her.
Where are you going to go?
It doesn't matter, dear. Don't you worry about me.
Here, take these 500 credits. That's all I have. Go to Coruscant and find a doctor. I'll meet you there after what I have to do.
But I already told you there's nothing that can...
Please take it. I want to see you again when we can talk.
All right, I will. You do what you have to, Bastila. You go make your father and I proud.
I'll try. Farewell, Mother.
I'm sure when you get older, you do learn to respect your parents or something. There it is.
How can I help? Yes, that brought me a lot of peace. More than I thought it would have. Thank you for urging me toward it. After all my training, I would have thought it would have been easier. Apparently, I still have much to learn. How can I help? Am I so transparent? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, considering our bond. Yes, there is something I would like to ask, if you'll permit it.
Do I have a choice?
Don't even start with that. You're the one who asked. I wasn't even going to say anything. But now that you've brought it up, I see I shouldn't have waited as long as I have. In our time together, I've been watching you. You are a true servant of the light. You follow the tenets of the Jedi Order despite the lure of the dark side. For me, it has always been a constant battle. Don't you find it difficult at all? You make it seem so easy. Or is that only an illusion? And that's enough for you. If only it were as easy for me. If only the right path was always clear. I've always struggled for control over my passions. I've always been too quick to anger, too quick to get involved. My instructors constantly berated me for it. I've often dreamed that I might be able to confront Darth Malak myself. I dream I can use all this power I have to kill him and stop all the death and destruction. I just think about all the evil that the Sith have caused, and I get so furious. Yet we are told that these feelings are the path to the dark side. I don't know. Would the power I use to kill Darth Malak be too tempting to keep using? Would I become the kind of evil I want to destroy? The very thought that I could become as evil as Malak, I just can't fathom it. It just doesn't seem possible. I mean, how could I... No. Wait, I'm sorry. I shouldn't even be asking you this. The Jedi teachings are clear. Who am I to question them? And even worse, who am I to try and make you question them? These are dangerous thoughts. The indulgence of a vain mind. Please, forget I ever mentioned this. Let's just return to our mission.
So before we do any of that chat, I need to go to the toilet. I need to go and do a pee. So I'm back in like 2 minutes. Right. Okay. So let's do some more companion talking. Making progress.
Hey there, what can I do for you? I appreciate everything you've done for Griff. You know that, right? I just hope things work out for him this time around. I guess we'll find out when he meets up with us at the Zerka Corp shop. If he's got those credits he promised you, then Maybe there's hope for him yet.
Yeah, what do you want? The war we had with the Republic was supposed to be the most glorious battle in our history. But it was a very costly one. I guess we didn't think of how much we could lose in it. There weren't many of us after that last battle. Mandalore himself was killed at the hands of the Jedi Revan. The best of us could not defeat him. After that last battle, those of us that survived were stripped of our weapons, our armor, and our basilisks. Revan's forces destroyed them while we were forced to watch. Those who hadn't fled earlier were left with nothing to call their own. No weapons, no armor, only the honor of having fought in the battle we just lost. For many, this was not enough. While the rest of us were sent into exile on the Outer Rim, they tried to relive the old days, raiding worlds. They're nothing more than bandits now. Yeah, I came to Taris. And forcing for Davik was not stimulating. The gangs on Taris and Davik's rivals were trash. They give no thrill in battle, no honor or glory in defeating them. It was like stepping on bugs. I sought worthy challenges, but the best that Taris could offer were nothing to me. But I think now, with you, I may finally find opponents worth fighting. Maybe later I'll tell you more about what it was like to work for Davik. For now, though, we should get on with our lives. Is there something else you want to know? Your choice.
Yeah. So before we talk to HQ, let's save the game, because the problem with the HQ is we can't really progress in the story and the companion dialogue is because the repair is just so low.
Statement. HK. Affirmative. If you believe your request, I only ask that you be...
Let's just start.
Statement. As you wish, Master. The first stage is the
Let's see, do we mess it up?
No.
Nah.
Supplication. As you
Yeah, we're never going to be able to make progress on that because in this playthrough I don't even have any repair skills at all. Kind of sucks you can't bring another companion to do it for you.
Yes.
So we're able to make progress in this dialogue and when we discover who we are.
Remembering Taris. No, it's all right.
Yeah,
I think I'm over the
worst to do. That's kind of weird.
I apologize
all
again
news
for
just
lashing
instantly
out at you.
disappeared.
It was not your fault. It was a horrible place to have to live. At least in the lower cities where the non-humans tended to get relegated. Living for years in a place with no sun, living off the trash dropped from the upper levels, and the meager pay doing back-breaking labor. There was always the danger of Rakuls coming up from the sewers, or more mundane predators living and working in the area. My family and I struggled each and every day to make something of our lives. But we could only go so far. Taxes from the corrupt government, more fees from the gangs controlling the streets, and whatever was left paying for what food and medical supplies we could afford. We had no money to spare for any amenities. Even the enclave on Dantooine seems a paradise in comparison. And of course, there was the constant bigotry and hate from the more affluent and human citizens, lording their wealth over us living below. Every once in a while, a rich human would come down through the lower levels with his droid entourage just to see how the wildlife lived, and laughed at the mockeries that were our successes. But I have come to meet many decent humans in my travels since those days. Indeed, some of the greatest people I have ever met are human. The Jedi who encouraged me to join the Order, the one who was with the group going to fight the Mandalorians. She was human. I am sorry. I am getting away from my point. If there even was one. Sometimes I curse the day my parents fled to Taris. But then again, if they had not, I would not be where I am today. Another story for another time. For
okay. Alright. I know this is a wee bit slower than the other streams we've been doing in this playthrough. I get that. I acknowledge that, chat. That's fine. The next two streams of this game probably are going to be a wee bit slower, to be completely honest with you. It's because Marin is quite a slow planet, but it'll get a lot more interesting when we get to Korvac. If you don't know, Korvac's pretty much like the original Sith Lord.
How can I help? Yes, I did end that quite abruptly, didn't I? Perhaps a master could have addressed my questions with the proper wisdom, but I never should have brought it up here, not with you. Part of my purpose on this mission was to guide you in the way of the light, to help you avoid the temptations of the dark side. But I fear I've failed in that task. I don't think I'm the proper Jedi to guide you. I'm no master. You should have remained with the Council. The fact of the matter is, I have never possessed much skill at controlling myself. With the bond that joins us, it seems I have even less. You have maintained the path of the light side, but it has been in spite of my influence, not because of it. It's increasingly obvious I am unable to guide you properly. I don't know. I think I may have made a very big mistake. I simply hope that you are not the one who pays the price, ultimately, for the fact that I can't help you enough. That's a kinder response than I deserve, and I can see there is wisdom in your words. You continue to be there for me, don't you? Even after I keep pushing you away, you're still around when I need you most. You're like no man I've known before, and you're nothing like what I expected you to be after the Council sent us on this mission together. I need time to think about all this. They're not going as I thought they would. We should continue on with our mission for now.
Yes, it'll be the next dialogue maybe.
Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
Alright, just in case for some good reason it does trigger the prison section, which would really, really suck. We'll save the game. I don't think it can trigger the prison section until we've completed the third planet. Let's go to yeah. I go to yeah and see if the guy's selling any more endgame loot we can buy. And after that we'll go to Marin. Then we'll start working on Marin today, then probably finish it off either the next stream or the stream after that. Because I want to do two things in the Marin planet. I wonder if the cat can ban his comment on this planet. Nah, they don't. I don't think they would. I don't even know if this planet was actually in the original when the game first came out. It doesn't really matter who we take for this. You know, we'll take someone we can level up. We'll take some characters we can level up. So I can level them up. Because it doesn't matter what companions you take here. Yeah, I'll get straight to the notification. That's right. Yeah, feats. Focuses on one hand. Powers. I guess we'll just upgrade that. Okay, crap. So he's a bit lower because I ain't used him forever. Upgrade to injury him as well. Kind of weird. He's got that upgraded like the two fights now. He's already got pistols maxed out. I guess we'll start working on sniper shot. It's kind of weird why his dual wheel upgraded. Guess supposed to upgrade dexterity more. It's not a fighting character, it's more of a range character. So max that skill out. But another level. I actually don't know what to upgrade. I guess bonus stealth. Hang on. Boost weight, awareness. Okay, boost weight, awareness, 20 less. Saving throws. Guess we'll do rapture. What else is there?
What?
Let's see if there's anything worth my time buying, you know? Because it does say he's going to refresh his stock within planet. This definitely does look like, this armor looks like something you'd see out of Dead Space though. But this game came out 5 years before. Oh shit, it's coming. Where's the dialogue? Well, this must be like literally the Xbox version, where the Chandrosians don't even talk. Yeah, isn't it?
Yun patisa. Tong itmamaji human acting ikatune. Chon muli ra tong pa akat intutune. Gino molirani.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why the Chandrosians are not.
Kava yun patisa.
Sure, whatever you guys say.
Tong hitwama ag iinkotune. Potong hitwama ji aki mulira kun kin.
Okay.
Ki mulira kun kin. Ki muli. Chua pengti yun pati.
No, it's just him.
Ki mulira. Kakin chan.
Alright, let's see what it's selling now. Jesus. Wow. Oh my god, that armor is OP. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't use it for my character, obviously, but pretty much just makes you immune to absolutely everything again. 22,000. What's armor I'm wearing? So increases death and all that. That's the one I'm wearing. Man, these are so expensive. Stabilization. Bonus feat, whatever. Skill awareness plus 10, Jesus. Yeah, there's definitely in-game content here. If I got anything to sell, I'm not going to buy anything this time. To be honest, I don't really use security. We'll sell some of this. But it's like worth anything. Dark Jedi robes. I'm not going to be using any Dark Jedi robes. Because they're the exact same stats. Get rid of the Jedi robes. Up branding's almost not bad. Keep it for now. Sell one of these. Mandalorian barrel. Very good. Well, maybe we'll put that on in character. Give it the sword. Give it a hypervade. How much is a lightsaber one? 700, no bad. We'll keep one red lightsaber. Short lightsabers, I'll be completely honest. I think short lightsabers are completely useless, so we'll sell them. Crystals, we'll keep crystals. Well, we actually do I need any crystals? Do I really need any crystals? We'll keep one of each. I mean, red lightsaber crystals are extremely easy to get. Beacon's blasters or blaster pistols suck. Heavy blasters, so much of these. We'll keep one of each. Okay, we don't need that many bowcasters. We only need Salbar. That's actually worth not bad amount of shotguns. Actually, we should probably put that on Salvar if everyone uses them again. These custom grenades, we'll keep all the grenades, because grenades can be quite useful. I guess they're kind of useful. Trench gauntlet, we'll keep that. Energy shields, we'll keep them. Resource packages, we'll sell one of them. Data pad. Mandalorian data pads, so they're worth anything, there's no point selling them. Oh, an upgrade for armor, we'll keep that. Okay, I think that's us. Okay, that's us done. So we'll come back to this planet a wee bit later in the game. I'm sure it was sooner than later. We'll sell some more stuff, get some more stuff. Actually, before we do anything, let's see who we can upgrade. So no point upgrading Bachelor because we're gonna lose Bachelor soon anyway. Who else needs levels? Let's bring the Wookiee. Like get some levels in some of these characters and equip some better stuff in some of these characters we're no longer using. So Sarah's easy Wookiee, so he doesn't use it. Immune skill awareness. Can I put no. I put implants on Wookiees in this playthrough. I swear to God, you can put implants on humans. I mean, his bowcaster is a. How much better is it, Checkers? It's actually quite better, actually. Let's see, sorting. Main effect is kind of pointless. You know what, we're gonna put some basic energy shield in him. Carol Knox. Carol Knox at the best defense, because we just want to put a super high defense on the Mandalorian guy, you know? I actually think this is actually better. Carol Knox is actually better. Okay, never mind. See, the Wookiee would be really powerful to use as a melee character. Just because his strength is so fucking high. Like, his strength is nutty high, man. Sweet. Like, his strength is so fucking high. That's all I'm gonna say. I guess we'll upgrade that. Mandalorian, Carson, let's just upgrade Tweet. It could be a bit smaller. I guess we'll upgrade that.
Sure.
Yeah, so we're ready to go this powerful armor for him. Maybe we'll save the game. Have a little talk to the companions, then we'll get to Mara then.
Yeah, what do you want? Your choice.
It's not going to... doesn't want to talk anymore. Totally going to make progress in the game. Be best for us, you know.
How can I help? You've been patient with me, haven't you? I suppose you deserve an answer. But you have to understand how difficult this is for me to say. With all my training, I should be able to control myself better than this. But you're not like anything I expected. You're not like any man I've ever met before. I find myself watching you when I don't mean to. I'm thinking about you when I don't want to. It isn't supposed to be like this. Every time I try to call on all my teachings to calm myself, they fail me. You have such power, such passion. I don't know if it's due to the bond between us, but I'm drawn to you.
Gotcha.
The Force is a part of you, as is your power. But that's not what attracted me to you. It's more than that. Maybe it's the bond we share. It gives us a certain intimacy. If I could, I would return to Dantooine. I need to be away from this bond of ours. I need to weaken it. I need to be anywhere but near you. But Malik must be stopped. My own feelings are nothing when compared to that. Yet I know this could affect the sake of our mission if it's not resolved. I can't let that happen. I think we should have some privacy for this. Come with me.
That's some fun.
You're stronger than I am, and there's no point in telling me otherwise. You will be a great Jedi, I think. I hope. In some ways you make me feel weak, like I'm caught up in the wake of our destiny. But at the same time, you make me feel stronger, more alive. I realize now these feelings are part of the bond we share. The Jedi Council surely realized this. They knew my loyalty to the doctrines of our order would be tested on this mission. By facing and overcoming my feelings for you, I've learned a valuable lesson about control and the dangers of emotion. This is an important step in understanding the Force. I'm sorry if this is not what you wanted to hear, but I felt that it was important you know our infatuation was nothing more than a result of our powerful bond. Please, don't say it like that. You make it sound like I was using you. Don't you realize how difficult this was for me?
Dialogue.
Why do you think I came to this decision? I know how hard this is for both of us. You just kept pressing forward, so I had to be the one to step up and do the right thing. You're the one who can't face the truth. Malik has to be stopped. How can I do that if I let myself be blinded by my feelings for you? You mean it, don't you?
Oh, maybe not.
But how can I be sure you're not making a mistake? I have to resist. I have to be strong for both of us. But I can't. Malik will... Oh my. We shouldn't have done that. It was wrong. The Jedi are not allowed to fall in love. It was a moment of weakness. When I kissed you, we shouldn't have. I'm sorry. No, I know we both wanted it, but we shouldn't have given in to our desire. We're Jedi. We can't act like this. Not now. Not while we still have to deal with Malik. I'm sorry. I don't blame you, but it was a mistake. I have to get out of here before somebody sees us together.
Yeah. A bit embarrassed. No surprise there.
How may I be of assistance? What is it you would like to... Well, I mentioned before that my parents had fled to Taris. Perhaps I can tell you about that. In the early days of the Mandalorian War, there had been fighting closer to the Outer Rim worlds. Cathar was there, yes. My people had a great reputation as warriors, and that appealed to the Mandalore version of honor. They sought to test themselves against us, I think. Test themselves by bombing our world, slaughtering my people while they slept or while they ran. They swooped down from space, across the world, firing at anything that moved. They used ships in space to destroy all orbital facilities and bombard the surface. We did resist. And in spite of their violent attack, we did stave them off for quite a while. But in the end, we were doomed. We were not members of the Republic. Cathar was beyond the edge of the Republic, in the Outer Rim. And besides, they could not have known. Our interstellar communications were the first things the Mandalores hit. All other short-range communicators were jammed. We were on our own. We knew what was coming. We had fought the Mandalorians in the first war against Exar Kun and the Sith. We knew there would be no mercy for us. The most we could do was pack the few of our people who survived onto what few ships remained and send them off into space as fast as they could. Most did not make it. My parents carried me as a baby with them, and were lucky enough to escape. They fled as far as they were able, and eventually settled on Taris. They could stand running no further, I think. But Taris was a horrible choice. Dominated by humans, intolerant of other species, it made everyday life unnecessarily hard. My father turned to stimulants. He spent much of his time in local bars and dives. But we are warriors. It runs through our blood. And when he was on stims, he became foolish. He let his warrior nature get the best of him. So he would get intoxicated, and he would fight. And finally, one day, he would die. Killed by a man who provoked him into a fight and killed him like an animal. I am sorry. I cannot talk about this any longer right now.
That's pretty dark. Okay. I guess the 4 lights are over.
How can I help? We've already been over this. It was a moment of weakness. We need to stay focused on stopping Darth Malak. And I want the others to stay focused. So until our mission is over, we need to act with discretion.
Okay, fine.
Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
So he doesn't want to talk anymore either. Yeah, pretty much nobody wants to talk. Everybody's just like, nah, everybody just wants to be quiet now. Alright. Yeah, I need to fucking pull again. This is why I don't normally drink until after I've done my stream, man, because I don't really need to go to the toilet for 30 minutes. Quite annoying, and I do apologise. I'll be honest with you, chat. If you don't want to watch this stream and you want to just skip this, go by join when we get to Barton at 10 probably, because we're not going to be doing much for the next half an hour. Hopefully we don't get captured. I don't think we can get captured until the next morning. I think, see them Trandoshans not speaking as well. I think that there's a committee patch in the PC version that I think fixes that. Definitely got something to do with the Xbox version, unfortunately. Here we are, man. Alright. So we're going to be running 2 companions in particular for this mission, which is going to be Karth and Joe.
You felt it, yes? Another vision? The Force continues to work through us, showing us the star maps unearthed by Revan Malak. It is strange that anyone would have built a star map here. The entire surface of Manan is covered by nothing but vast oceans. The ocean floor is vast, and much of it is uncharted, even by the native Selkath. But how could Revan and Malak have found their way down? No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Okay. Actually, I thought I talked to this guy. Because we need to actually start talking to him a bit more, because we're a wee bit behind that.
Got something on your mind, do you? You got yourself a fast little ship? I'd forgotten what engine sounded like. The closest thing to that on Kashyyyk is an Uller in mating season. Oh, frightful. Or it could be for the free food. What's the gunk that comes out of the synthesizer on this bucket anyway? You never clean the darn thing? I'm old, damn it. I'm allowed to be enigmatic when I want to be. And don't you go telling me otherwise. You know, you remind me of someone else I knew ages ago. Pleasant enough fellow, great destiny, all of that. Breath like a bantha. Oh, very funny. Is it my fault that some people are so easily annoyed? Like impatient little children. with blasters. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, Andor Vex was his name. The Force swirled around him like a hurricane. That's how great his destiny was. No, you wouldn't have. Sometimes swirling force is just swirling force. It gets us old Jedis excited at our age, so we go, ooh, destiny. Well, it turned out that poor Andor believed a wee bit too much in the infallibility of that destiny. That overconfidence turned out to be his downfall. I don't know. Are you overconfident? I hadn't noticed. Even if I had, I would never comment on it. We're talking about Andor, remember? Let's see. Oh yes, Andor's downfall. I was pretty young myself when it happened. At the time, I thought that Andor's destiny couldn't be more boring. Well, let's just say that I was a strapping young lad with a full head of hair, and Coruscant was a small town with a well. I was just about to abandon Andor to whatever the Force intended for him when his ship was overtaken by a Dimian warship. Now, you've probably never heard of the Dimians, but at the time they were a nasty lot led by a nastier overlord named Krat. Tall fellow, big teeth. Krat has us hauled onto the bridge of his ship for questioning, and that's when I knew that Andor's destiny was at hand. Of course he did. Haven't you been listening? It was not in the way you'd probably expect, though. Well, Andor decides that his destiny makes him invulnerable and starts making all sorts of demands. Free me now. I'm not answering questions. Blah, blah, blah. Don't you know who I am? Krat decides he's had enough and begins crushing Andor's neck. I told the boy he should have kept his mouth shut. I think he agreed, too, or those could have just been gurgling noises. Well, anyway. Finally, Krat has enough of Andor and tosses him aside into this giant energy intake shaft. Andor gets sucked in and starts bouncing around, screaming. Maybe Andor hit something sensitive on the way down, or just didn't agree with the reactor core. Next thing I know, all the ship's alarms are ringing. Everyone panics, and I run, barely making it to the ship in time before the explosion. Krat dies horribly, and the Dimians never quite recovered. Changed the political course of the entire sector for centuries to come. I'd call that quite a destiny, wouldn't you? Well, now that's the ingratitude of youth for you. I relate an exciting tale, and do I get thanked for it? No. No, it's all me, me, me. Anyway, go on. My throat is dry and you're making me cranky.
Okay. What an interesting story you have there. Alright, I'm back in a minute. I constantly keep doing the toilet. I know this is the third time me going for it for this stream. Maybe the fourth time, but this is why I tend to stream before I work out. When I drink protein, for some reason it can be a rare occasion where I just constantly keep needing the toilet, and that's happening today. Honestly, that's me today. Constantly keep needing the toilet. Constantly keep that toilet. This should be the case hopefully. On the next stream of this, which will be Friday, of course, we'll be starting our playthrough of what will we start our playthrough? We're starting our playthrough of what will we be starting our playthrough of? Oh yeah, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. We'll be starting our playthrough of that on Thursday. Then on Friday, we're going to continue our playthrough of this. Then on Monday, the Still Alive series with Arms. We'll be doing that. We'll be doing that first on Call of Duty 4. Then on the Wednesday, we'll continue our playthrough of Assassin's Creed 4. Then on the Thursday, we'll continue our playthrough of Knights of the Republic. Then on the Friday, we'll continue to play Assassin's Creed 4 again. Then Then it'll be 1 week of doing 2 playthroughs of one game, then 1 week of doing 2 playthroughs of no, 2 streams of one game. Then the next week it'll be 1 playthrough of that stream, and then vice versa. You'll understand. That's the schedule, at least. That's the plan. Of course, I will never give a schedule. I will never give a schedule of time when we're doing streams with chat, because I just think that's impossible to do. So who should we bring? We do bring Calf. Hopefully someone talks to Calf here, so it triggers something. And we're also bringing Juju around because we need him for something. The blocks will reset, by the way. The 3 blocks. I don't really know what the purpose of the blocks are.
You Republic people are so pathetic, sitting around groveling at the table scraps the galactic senators deign to give you. It makes me sick.
The senators work for the good of the whole galaxy, not for individual gain.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, you gutless simp. It's the destiny of weak-minded fools like you to be ruled over by the strong, like we Sith.
I'm warning you. Don't push me or you'll get just what you're asking for.
Try it. Just try it. I'd love to see you throw the first punch. And with all the cameras around, the Selkath would be all over you inside of 30 seconds. You break their laws. You pay the price, Republic scum. But I can see that you're not man enough to back up your words anyway. If you ever feel like relieving yourself of your worthless existence, feel free to come by our enclave here. We have many, many ways to fulfill your wish.
Yeah, what are you... Oh, I apologize, Master Jedi. I should not have been rude. No, really, I should apologize. I should try to control myself, as you Jedi do. Is there anything I can help you with? Well, these damn Sith are everywhere on Manon, pushing us Republic citizens around, trying to goad us into breaking the law somewhere. Yeah, the Selkath want to maintain their neutrality in this war we're fighting with the Sith, and they enforce it very strictly. So we just have to sit here and let the Sith insult us, and we can't raise a hand against them. Otherwise, the Republic will face severe Kolto export restrictions, and that could lose us the war altogether. You're joking, right? I'm sorry, but everyone knows what Kolto is. It's the most powerful healing agent in the galaxy. I would have died several times myself if we didn't have this stuff handy. But the reason it's important here is that Kolto is only found naturally on Manon, and all of our attempts to synthesize it have failed miserably. So, we sit here on the surface, the Selkath harvesting what Kolto bubbles up from the bottom of the ocean, and we buy it from them. Well, us and the Sith, of course. The Selkath don't want to play favorites. The Selkath think that by staying neutral, they can play both sides, selling Kolto to everyone that needs it, and making themselves too valuable to be worth conquering. Well, that, and they threaten to destroy the only natural source of Kolto on the planet if anyone tries to attack them. But I think they're underestimating the length the Sith will go to get what they want. They're probably planning something already. Is there anything else you require? Well, these damn... there's nothing we can do, though. The Selkath want to maintain, so we just have to sit here and let the Sith insult us, and we can't raise a hand against them. It's big. Real big. Actually, it's pretty much the only real city on the entire world. The only place for us air breathers, anyway. Manon is a water world, which you may have noticed on your way down to land here, inhabited natively by a species of fish people called the Selkath. They built this city to cater to us off-worlders, and as a base of operations to export Kolto, which is the only real thing they have to trade here. The Selkath think that by staying neutral, they
okay, we've built this already.
I think they're underestimating. Is there anything else? Star map? No, I'm sorry. Is there anything else I can... Of course. If you have any other questions, you should probably see Roland Wan. He's the Republic... Oh, if you don't know where that is, go north from here, then south past the port official in the first courtyard. East, have a pleasant stay, Master Jedi.
Okay. Yeah, I do like this game doesn't really tell you anything. Anyway. But it's not like... annoying. Okay. I think this is the guy who we were looking for.
Karth! Karth Onasi, is that you? Jordo? It is you, isn't it? I knew it when I laid eyes on you. You old space dog. How've you been? I thought for sure you'd be fighting on some ship out there.
I was. I crashed.
That's pretty rich.
I can't imagine what it would take to keep you on the ground. Must have something to do with your friend here, eh? How's it going?
So what are you doing here, Jordo? Last time I saw you was on, well, Telos, actually.
Yeah, it's a shame about home. Telos still hasn't recovered. The family and I moved on, and I'm working for Zerka now. I didn't see you after... what I mean is, my condolences on your wife. I heard what happened. At least your boy made it through all right.
My boy? You mean Dustle?
Yes, of course. I saw him at my last stop on Korriban. Though he didn't recognize me. You didn't know he was there?
No. Jordo, Dustle's been missing since the attack on Telos. Are you absolutely certain it was him?
Yeah, I'd recognize Dustle anywhere. Positive. He's joined the Sith, Garth.
What do you mean he's joined the Sith?
There's an academy for the Sith on Korriban. He's a student there. I saw him suited up in their outfit and everything. Sorry, I thought you knew.
No, I didn't. Well, thanks for telling me, Jordo.
Sure. No problem. Good to see you again, Garth. Hope everything works out with Dustle.
Dustle is alive. We have to go to the Korriban Academy and find him. Thank you. I just have to see him. I have to know what happened to him. All this time I thought he was... I mean, he must be a man by now.
Okay, so Korriban. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so it's just a bunch of med packs, some grenade stuff. Okay. Alright, bye bye, Carf. I'm sorry, Carf, man. You have outlived your... You know, we'll keep you for now, actually. You know, I'm not a complete asshole. You know, I'll keep you for the time being, bro. No, you know, I'll keep him. You keep him. I like to mess up the character. I like to change the characters a little bit sometimes anyway. Like, sure, I could just use 2 Jedi the whole game. Use Juhani and this guy. What's this guy's name? I don't know. Truly, but it just makes the game too easy, I think. Using free cards of the Force makes the game extremely easy. More interesting to use only one character. I actually don't mind how long it takes to become a Jedi in this game. I don't like it in Knights of the Old Republic 2. I think this guy is just that fade already. We're never playing that game, bro. Man, the game really wants you to play that game. Like, really badly. I mean, if we ever play The Witcher, I might play Gwen. I don't know.
No problem. Didn't work.
What? Fuck off. Oh, what? You can influence him really rubbish way so fucking high. You're not saying you must not be able to work. This way's like 18. Yeah, you know what's kind of interesting. I will say this: see these guys, man. These guys are so cocky that I actually kind of find it hilarious when fucking Darth Ishit's Empire just decided, you know what, fuck this. We ain't taking this bullshit from you guys. We're just gonna mob you.
I heard the Sith are trying to work on a synthetic version of Kolto.
Kind of why I have no respect for it.
going to be a heavy meteor shower in the Coruscant system this year. Last time the survey had no loss to the orbital stations.
Yeah, the Stealth are quite annoying. Quite annoying creatures, and it just shows that Darth Maul should have just bombed these creatures. It would have been hilarious. You tell him, obviously, no public Darth Fishik when he was in control of the Sith, he was like, nah, you know, we're not taking this bullshit from the Kel'Kath. He just bombed.
Jolie, it is you. I need your help.
And Laura, of all the people, how did you even know I'd left Kashyyyk?
I didn't.
Kashyyyk.
Nobody knew where you were, not even Sunry. But I heard the Selkath mention you and your friends. The Force has brought you to help us.
Why? Whatever could be the matter, my dear?
It's horrible, Jolie. Sunry has been arrested. The Sith have accused him of murder.
Murder? But how?
It's all a mistake, Jolie. Sunry isn't a murderer. Someone is trying to frame him.
Calm down, Alora. Where's Sunry now?
Sunry's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him. Please, go to the courts. Talk to the judges. Maybe the Selkath will listen to you.
Don't worry, Alora. We'll get to the bottom of this and help Sunry. Somehow.
Okay. That's why I brought you, honey, for this. Where? What's your name?
The Republic respects the peace of Otto City, Your Honor. But the Sith are a violent people who leave violence in their wake. I have 3 soldiers in the infirmary.
If the Republic soldiers were more capable, they would not have suffered such serious injuries. Are my soldiers to be punished simply because they won a fair fight?
I hardly call 6 against 3 a fair fight. The Sith are cowards who attack only when they have the advantage of numbers. They were provoked, Your Honor. The Sith goaded them into this fight. If it weren't for the Republic, Manan would already be under Sith control. But we haven't heard one word of thanks from the Selkath.
They say everyone on Manon is equal, but it seems the Republic is a little more equal than the Sith. Neutrality? Ha! That's a laugh!
I suppose you're Sunry's only hope. We have to at least try to help him. Yes, but it almost seems too heavily stacked, doesn't it? Very suspicious. Speaking of that injury, has it been taken into consideration, Your Honor? Simply because it was real does not mean Sunry would have overlooked it being in Elassa's hand.
Okay. Let's speak to the others. We're not going to finish this off today, we're actually going to stop this. Okay, this guy. Okay.
I'm sick of hearing about...
He's not gonna bring up anything.
They say everyone on Mono...
Same. So he's not biased. But this one's not biased. This one seems to be not biased. This one seems to be more in favour of public. Guy seems to be a little bit more in favour of the public as well. I bet this guy's gonna be stuff.
The Republic believes in justice, as do you. We just want Sunry to be fair.
Okay. That guy does seem more biased. So it's 5. One seems to be not biased. 2 seem to be biased for each faction, it seems like. Let's go and talk to someone.
Jolie, what are you doing here? Allura sent me, Summary. I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case. Just like old times, eh, Jolie? You come swooping in out of nowhere to save my tail from the fire? You saved my wrinkle butt more than a few times as well, friend, if I recall. But there'll be time for catching up later. Right now, we need to focus on the case. The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. Or so I thought. But the cellcasts seem to think that there's enough to go to trial. There aren't any witnesses. All that evidence against me is circumstantial and completely flawed.
Really?
Well, I was at the hotel, I admit. And I did meet Alasa there that night, but it's not what you think. I was working with Republic intelligence. We were pretending to feed information to the Sith. Well, I turned Alasa into a double agent working for us. It was going well, too, until she turned up dead. Maybe the Sith had found out I was turning her and had her eliminated. But let's look at the facts they've given. Alasa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you. They say they found my hero's cross at the crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I... Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that? I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Cellcat, and probably even you to... Anything else I can help you with? I want my... I guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened. The Cellcath already did that, but the fish folk... But I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Maybe you could find some proof. Anything else I can help you with? I want... Go ahead, ask. How would they know? They weren't there. I heard some of the witnesses said that too, but I swear she was alive when I left. I wonder if the Sith have been putting pressure on people to get them to convict me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. They've had it in for me since the war. You should ask everyone about that. They might admit to helping the Sith under pressure.
Okay.
Very well. Once you've gotten enough evidence to go to trial, just tell...
It's just the one, I take it. Yeah. Alright, so let's not get too much into this quest.
When I get out of here, you're dead!
Yeah, what did that guy say? So let's not get too much into this quest. I'm going to stop the stream here. And we'll continue this on Friday. We'll be starting a playthrough of Assassin's Creed Black Flag tomorrow. Then on Friday, we'll continue our playthrough of this. But I don't want to get too much into this quest. Plus, we've reached the 12 limit anyway. So, yeah, I'm going to end the stream here. So, we'll find out who's really guilty. I was shown that Sunny probably is guilty, but we're able to use our influence to prove otherwise that he's not guilty and he's innocent. But we'll see when the time comes. But anyway, that's us done. So, yeah, peace out and bye. I'll see you.